Welcome, Amir here with another React challenge that could really give you an edge on your interview. Today we're going to implement this color generator. So we have a button here that when clicked, a sample color is generated and been added to the app. So the background is filled with that color and we see the color code down here. This is pretty straightforward and can be categorized as easy, but if you like to try it, please pause the video and do so. Otherwise, let's get to the problem and try to solve it. So here we have the empty app with a generate button like so, and then H2. And in the styles, we have the app with some font, text align center, putting everything on flex using the column direction, putting everything in the center using these two, and 100 VH for the height to fill the whole page. And then for buttons, some padding and removing the border and give it some background color. Let's get to the app. So first we need to be able to provide a random color. Alright, let's make this a bit bigger like so. And for creating the color, we have a function called generate that will return some color. Color in the computer system is basically based on three values: red, green, and blue, and each of these are a value between 0 up to 255, and the computer uses a hex value instead of a decimal value, and so we need to convert that value into hexadecimal as well. So let's say the R is a random number, which would give us a number between 0 and 1, then multiplied by 256 to give us a value between 0 up to 256 but not 256 itself. And to get the whole number, we pass this to a floor function. So now I have a whole number between 0 up to 255. Great. Now I need to convert this to hexadecimal. So we can use the toString and send 16 as radix, as you can see here. This is a number. So now this number is converted to a hexadecimal. Now if I go and log it here, and here run the function, and go here, you can see I have a number C01D. Okay, this works great, but there is only one small problem. If our number is less than 16, then we would get one character string here. So if I have, like for example 12 here, you can see I get C, but I want 0C because the color that I pass here should be in 6 characters, 2 for R, 2 for G, and 2 for B, and the values goes like this, like for example 00, 01, 02 up to 0F, and then 10, 11, and so forth up to FF. So we need to provide these values. Now if our number generated here is less than 15, we need to add a 0 to that one. So in this case, I would have a character 0 added to this. Now you can see I get 0C, but the problem now is that if I go and say this is 120, I would get 078. So either this number I get or this number I get, I need to get the two last characters. So I need to convert this or basically get the two last digit of this string. If it's 2, then the 2 will be returned. If it's 3 characters, then the last 2. So I would have this, and I will pass this to a slice function, providing -2 to get the two last characters. Now if it's a 120, I get a correct. If I pass 12, I get correct. If I pass 1, I get correct, 0, 1. And if I pass 0, I would expect to get 2 zeros, which is correct. If I pass 255, I would get FF, which is also correct. So this is correct now. Let's convert it back to the a random number and multiply it by 256. Okay, I need 3 of these, so let's say R, this is G, and this is B, and I need to return these values. So I would go here and have a string literal. I would add this character in the beginning, and then R, and then G, and then in the end B. Like so, and I close the string literal. I don't need this, and I'm returning this value. Now I need to use it here. So I need to have a state to store the value and use it. Let's call this color and then set color to set the color like so. And let's say this is use the state. And in the beginning, we can call the generate to generate us a random number. So generate will be. Let me close this here and generate like so, and it will generate a number for us and put it in the color. So if I go here and say color, I would get the color. Now every time I refresh, I get a new color. So 2 more things. One is that when I click the button, I want to get a new color, and I want to also fill the background of the app with that color. So filling is pretty straightforward. We would go here to the app and then style it. Let's say this is background color, and we pass the color to it. So you can see this is working now. Every time I refresh, I get a new color, and this is added to the app. Great. Now for the button. Here we can have an onClick function, and we can here set the color. But what color? The color that is being generated. So we can pass the generate function here as well. Let's see if it works. Great. Now we go here, we click, and every time we get a new number. So yeah, great. So this was it. As I said, pretty straightforward and can be categorized as easy. If you liked the video, please provide a like, comment, or subscribe. And if you really feel like to support the channel, there are links in the description to do the donation. And hope to see you in the next video.